out there. As you know, we are a countryside programme promoting the countryside and the countryside living and the countryside way of life and community. Today I'm joined by a very special guest. This young man has faced adversities and is using the power of nature to come out the other side. He's on a special programme called Quit the Bit. Please would you welcome Mr. Drillhouse Secaodium. Drillhouse Secaodium, hello, would you like to say hello to the people at home? Would you like to take a seat, Mr. Drillhouse? Thank you, Drillhouse. Could you tell us a bit about your experiences, please?
I've come to these woodlands to break free of the bit wizardry.
The bit wizardry, yeah.
There's plaguing us all. The bitter bit of it is...
Well, as you can see, Mr. Drillhouse is a bit incoherent
Burnt
at the
out.
moment. He's suffered a big burnout. Could you tell me about your time on R-Type then, please, Drillhouse?
Left me all seized up, man.
Now, could you tell me, were you actually one of the nasal users, or were you a porter?
I was what they call an organic user. I
Right.
inhaled the vapours. Could have been like that for me, it nearly was. But luckily, Art there managed to bring me back together. As you can see, I am here.
Can I ask you?
I am depixelated.
Is depixelated, folks, which is a big step in an R-Type user's recovery. Could I ask you?
Woohoo!
Right. Yes. Sorry, you just combobulated me there. Right, could you tell me if any of your fellow R-Type friends, users, ended up porting? Did that actually happen to any of your fellow R-Type users? Sorry about this, folks. You can get quite agitated on times.
Yes, it did.
Yes, as you can see, he gets quite agitated. I'm just going to move over.
Embers came out of their head and floated up into the moonlight.
Right. Did anybody get to the stage of double porting? I believe it's called as 32-bit seizure.
No, I've only seen people in the 16-bit seizure stage. I don't know anybody who's been 32 quite burnout.
Sorry, I get confused with the terminology, you see. I'm not really used to this type of drug. So it's a 32-bit burnout and a 16-bit seizure. Sorry about that at home, I do apologise. So you only have experienced the 16 bits then, Drillhouse?
This is true. The only guy I ever knew to trip out on a 32-bit burnout, Kevin Cartridge. He burnt out and then I never saw him again. I don't know where he is. So if you see anybody out there with smoke coming out their head, you call anti-type.
Could you tell me a bit more about anti-type? I haven't heard that term before.
Yes. When I was about the bit, anti-type tried to show me the way. But I was too pixelated to synchronise the truth.
Right.
And the truth is, it's a distortion of the perception of what is real.
As you can see, it's clearly had a life-changing effect on Drillhouse. Could you please maybe help me and our viewers at home by explaining what porting is?
Porting is when you get cybernetic radiation into your head, round about there. In this slope, we're putting R-Type cartridges that for anyone who has ever played R-Type or seen R-Type played, will have a rough idea of what it does to you. Those that haven't played R-Type or have never typed up, wait no.
Can I ask you then about the dealers of this new drug of sorts?
Bit breakers.
The bit breakers. That's a very unusual name.
What they do is they heat up the cartridge and gather the vapours, and this allows organic people to experience the hard trip that the upgraded have, those who have pots in their heads. Right.
So the port users, how are they taking R-Type? How does that work?
Well, what's happening with these guys, they put in these, they get the cartridge and the bit breakers put some sort of coating on. When you plug it into your head, as it heats up, the liquid melts, like becomes liquid and goes into your brain. And that just lets out signals just permeate the mind. And it induces a 16-bit seizure. And it can be quite an intense and frightening experience. And it's not what I'd recommend.
Well, thank you for your time today, Drillhouse. Clearly this gentleman is on the road to recovery, else he wouldn't be able to talk about these things like this. And for us, the general public, this is how we gain knowledge about, excuse me, about what's actually happening out there. Well, these people are severely traumatised by their experiences with R-Type, and if you do experience it in your neighbourhood, please try and understand what these people are going through, because obviously they aren't functioning very well, but they're trying. Please understand the typers. We'll be back with more countryside issues. Thank you, Mr. Drillhouse. Well, thank you for joining us. Good night.